Hey math kids, today we're going to use trig to find the missing side on a triangle. So we are given this as 30 degrees, this as 5, and we need to find this missing side. So we're going to go back to SOHCAHTOA, and we focus on the angle that we're given, that's not the right angle, and we have the opposite and the adjacent, so it's going to be a TOA. And so we're going to say tangent of 30, you put the angle inside of the trig function, and then the opposite side is 5, and then that's over x. Okay, now when solving this, there's a couple ways we could approach it. The way that I think is least confusing to the most students is if we flip both sides of the fraction. So this side becomes tangent 30, 1 over tangent 30, and then x over 5. And then we're going to multiply both sides by 5. So 5 times 1 on the top, 1 times tangent 30 on the bottom. 5's cancel over here, and so that's x. So now we just need to come to our calculator, do 5 divided by tangent 30. Now if I just type this in, I'm actually going to get the wrong answer because I didn't change my calculator into degrees. But now if I do it, 5 divided by tangent 30, I get 8.66. So that's approximately 8.66. And so that would be the length of this side of the triangle. All right, let's try another one. So we have another right triangle. This time we have a 20-degree angle up here. And we know that the hypotenuse is 10. And this one is the one we want to know. So we write down SOHCAHTOA to help us figure out which trig function to use. We focus on the angle that's given. And so this is opposite and hypotenuse. So that's a sine. So we have sine of 20 equals the opposite over the hypotenuse. Okay, the algebra is a little bit different than the previous one. We don't need to flip it upside down because x is already on top. So we only need to multiply both sides by 10. And so we get 10 sine 20. And that's equal to x. Since those x's canceled right there. Go to the calculator, 10 times sine 20. I'm in degrees, so this will be fine. So it's 3.42. So that would be the length of that side. And we're going to do one more. Let's see. Okay. So we have this again. Let's say this is 40 degrees. And we want to find the hypotenuse. And we know that this side is 5. So once again, we do SOHCAHTOA. We focus on the angle that's given. We have the adjacent and the hypotenuse. So that's a CA, which means cosine. So we have cosine 40 is equal to adjacent over hypotenuse. Okay, this is like the first one we did as far as the algebra goes. So we need to flip both sides. 1 over cosine 40 is equal to x over 5. Then we're going to multiply both sides by 5. This side we'll think of it like 5 over 1. So 5's cancel here. 5 times 1 is 5. 1 times cosine 40 is cosine 40. And that's equal to x. So we go to our calculator. Make sure we're in degrees. which we are, 6.53 if I round that. And that's the length of the hypotenuse. If you need additional help, please come to Math Lab. Until then, calculator.